Just a few days ago, I made a video on how to make your client pay you times 2, times 3, or even times 10 of what they are currently paying you. Just after I made that video, it occurred to me that some of us don't even have clients yet. After 3 years of being a graphic designer, I want to tell you my exact process of how I've gotten clients over the years. I'm also going to be telling you in this video one of my most effective ways of getting clients. So if you want to learn that, make sure to watch till the end of this video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Fawaz Yahaya, aka FY or FY the Icon. People call me the Creative Freak. I've been a graphic designer for about 3 years. I started in 2021 and this is currently 2024, so it's like my third year in graphic design. So yeah, I started graphic design in an unintentional manner. I had just finished high school and I was teaching in the school I graduated from. So I met a friend who was also an ex-classmate. We graduated together from the same school and he introduced me to graphic design. He showed me Pixel Lab. At first, I was uninterested because I spent most of my time then trying to be the best in Call of Duty. Then he showed me Pixel Lab, and I felt like I could do this too because I had nothing doing aside from schoolwork, which they were actually paying me 10,000 naira for. To me, at the time, I thought it was huge and I could actually live on it. I have built a family on it, but I wasn't thinking clearly. So this guy introduced me to Pixel Lab and he was teaching me little by little. I did more tutorials on YouTube. He was actually my first mentor and did this Pixel Lab for like 3 months and I thought I was good already and I didn't take any course, nothing, but I had no clients because he told me that he was getting paid, told me that yeah, graphic design was paying him a little, like 5k, 3k, and that was extra. Aside from salary we were both paid, that was like extra for him. So I felt like I don't know how he was getting paid, but I should probably start promoting myself on my WhatsApp status. So I did this for like 2 weeks and I started receiving messages from people which were mostly like my families and friends and my classmates, because these were the people I had on WhatsApp at the time. So these were actually my first set of clients, my families, my friends from my WhatsApp state. So they came to me requesting for designs, some logos, some flyers, and they actually paid me about 500 naira, 1.5, and at most 30,000 naira. I think that was my biggest project at the time. So after like a year, I had resigned from the school of which I taught before. I got my first actual client from Instagram, and I was being paid 30,000 naira a month for 90 designs. Yeah, this was huge for me because it was like more than what I was being paid as a teacher. So this was what actually drew my attention to give graphic design more time. I thought to myself, if one client can be paying me 30,000 naira in a month, how about I had like 3 or maybe 5? So I started posting more frequently and more consistently. But it was like 6 months me and these clients worked and I didn't seem to have other clients. At this time, it's not that I was not having other clients. It's just like I was not having like a full-time client. It was like OTCs, like one-time client. So after 6 months, I started having trouble with this client, started paying late. With time, they stopped paying, they started owing me and I couldn't continue. So I dropped the work. Then life became hard because I went on for the next 6 months plus and I had no clients. I was mainly working with OTCs. So this was what I survived on because at the time I no longer lived with my family, I lived alone. During these 6 months of no clients, I took a course, different courses actually. I learned from YouTube and I bought courses from people on how to get clients. After seriously studying this and I started applying them, I got my first client after 6 months of no client. This client was paying a reasonable amount, like better than the rest, an amount of 35k for 20 designs. This video is not to actually tell you how I got all my clients, so I will just head straight to the reason for this video, which is telling you how you can get your own clients as a graphic designer if you are just starting up or if you have no clients currently. A few things you should consider if you are just starting out and you want to have clients, like real clients, not OTCs, is to actually focus on building yourself. Do good work. Like your work should speak for you. People will pay you according to how they see your work to be. Someone can have 5 clients and they're not paying to one client of another designer. Yeah, and I've seen this happen so many times in graphic design. So the first thing, your work should represent you. Your design is more like your face. It's the first thing someone will want to look at. It's just like seeing a beautiful girl. Her face should be the first thing you are drawn to before you come closer and know her better, whether she has a bad character or a good one. So your design is more like your face. And if your face is ugly, you might get people to talk to you, but not actually the people that you need. Because those clients that you want that will pay you big, I'm talking about 10k clients, 30k clients, they won't come to your page if you are ugly. And you know what I mean when I say ugly. Like your designs are bad, your page is scattered, you don't have a portfolio. So this is what I mean by ugly. So you should first of all build a good page. Your page is your reputation. Never forget this. Secondly, do free work. or work for low budget clients if you are just starting out. Because I see people that are just starting out and feel like, okay, my price is already set at 10,000 per flyer, and maybe a client reach out to them and they say we don't have anything. Then you decide, no, I'm not working. So do free work or work for low budget clients to help build your portfolio, because your portfolio is what will help you present yourself to any other brand you are trying to work with. So you should do free work for low budget clients, and even fictional projects. It's easier now. You can just ask ChatGPT to generate a prompt for you, and you can easily design anything from your prompt. So you should work on fictional designs, free designs, and even designs for low budget clients. Thirdly, you should be very active on social media. If you're trying to build your business online, you should be online. Like, it's just like coming to your store and you say you have a store where you sell provisions, and I come there always needing provision, I'm not always meeting you. I'm going to consider that store doesn't work. So even if you don't post every day, your story should always be active, because that will speak for you. If somebody needs a design urgently, he would want to reach out to someone that is active. So if you are not active at the moment the person sends a message, you will likely lose that project. Just like one time I saw a message that was sent to me like 2 days before the day I saw it, and at the time I reached out to the client told me he had already worked on it with someone else. So it happens. You have to be active. Like, your active energy should be more than your offline energy. Like, your online energy should be more than your offline energy. Then you should build connections. When I say connection, it does not end at connecting with other graphic designers. It also includes connecting with other people that are close to your field. For example, if you're connected or you connected with a copywriter which might not be good in graphic design, he's likely to be employed and asked if he knows any graphic designer, because most of the time copywriters are to bring their own graphic designers. Let's say I am a client, for example. If I am to hire a copywriter, I would ask them if they know a good graphic designer, because I might employ a graphic designer and it's not someone they could work with. So maybe they already know someone that they can work with and they can flow together, they can come up with ideas together. So I'll first of all ask them if they have any of these, and if they don't, maybe I then bring in my graphic designer. But if they do, I am likely to hire the graphic designer alongside the copywriter. So your connections should be very strong. You should build connections even with your client. That is the only way they will be likely to refer you to another client. So referral is one of the way you get clients too. But if your connection with your client is not good, you are more likely to not have any referral from your clients. Like, your communication skills should be good, no bad words, no insults when you're talking to your client. You have to be professional and you have to be friendly. A client is more likely to refer you when they like the job that you did for them. So you should do good work, present to your clients, be friendly, and also check on them. I know people that their design ends at "I've sent the balance" and that's it till the next time. So even if your client has sent the balance, after about 2 weeks, a month, you should just set your time. You should reach out to them and ask for their condition, their business condition. Yeah, just reach out to them and check on them as well, because they are humans too. Yeah, this is like the brief aspect of how to get clients. And I want to talk about one main thing that helped me during my months of no client, which was doing cold DM. Yeah, doing cold DMs is effective if you know how to do it the right way. Lucky me, I had a good teacher that taught me how to manage cold DMs. It was how I got my second client after the first one. So when you're looking to do cold DM, one of the most effective way, and I'll tell you this here, is to use hashtag. You search for the hashtag that's related to the niche that you like to work with. You know, even us as graphic designers, we are not good in all aspects. There are people that are good in beauty niche, people that are good in cryptocurrency, people that are good in finance, people that are good in real estate. So you know the place that are good in and what you love working on. You reach out, you search for their hashtag on Instagram. Know that what I'm talking about here is mainly online, because I am an online based graphic designer. If you search for it and under the hashtag, you find brands that you might want to work with. Then you check and see if they are still active, or if they are the ones you'd like to work with, and if they have a graphic designer. Or if they don't have a graphic designer yet, you can pitch your proposal to them. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I do this. I first of all check their page and see how often they post. Then I drop a comment on one of their posts, maybe the one that I feel I really like. I drop a good comment, something like, "I love the way your beauty products are, and they look nice." Something, just drop something that will make them feel like this guy knows about us. Then I go to their stories, check their story. If they posted anything about the products, and I can reply also. And then I go to their DM and pitch my proposal, tell them I found your page is good in this and that, and I am a graphic designer. I can help your page become better by doing this and doing that. If you want to learn more about code DM, the messages, I made a book just for that. You can check the link in the description to get the book. Sometimes you get a reply and sometimes you don't get any reply. So you have to reach out to as many brands as possible. My suggestion would be like 7 to 10 brands a day. You don't have to do more than 10 so that Instagram will not flag your account. You have to reach out to as many accounts as you can, like not exceeding 10, from 7 to 10 daily. So by the time you do this for a week, you should get response. Not having any response is to be expected, and having no as a response is something that you should prepare for. So having no is even better than not having any response. But even if you don't get a response in like a day, a week, a month, even a year, you should give it consideration. A client might reach back to you after 3 years. It has happened and I've seen it in many cases. So you have to reach out to them and you should prepare messages that are not generic. It does not make sense when you keep sending the same message to different people. Like you're reaching out to 10 brands and you're sending the same 10 messages. It will make it sound generic and it will make Instagram flag your account. So you should generate different types of messages. Like I said, if you want a guide on that, the link to the book I made for that is in the description of this video. So you just get that and it will be easy for you. So you have to make your messages seem authentic. It should not be as if you are trying to force them to get your services. It should actually look like you are trying to help because that's what you want to do. Okay, just to round it up, I will re-echo the points again. At first, I said do good work to build a very good portfolio because your design is like your face. It's what your client sees first. Your portfolio does not always have to be on a standard website or a PDF file. You can create a portfolio easily on Instagram. Most of the time, clients reach out to me because of what they saw on Instagram. So it's not like you have to build a website. Your portfolio does not really have to be expensive, something you can build easily with Instagram. I also mentioned that you should do free, fictional, and even work for low budget clients because this will help you build a portfolio and even partake in challenges. Like I hold this consistency challenge every 6 weeks to help designers build their portfolio and their engagements on Instagram, because by the time people relate to your content, Instagram will help you push it to people that are not following you, and in that case you may get clients. Then you have to be active always, because I cannot send you a message for a design that I need a day after tomorrow and I reply me after that day. You have to be active, be online always. Yeah, and build connections. Build connections. Like you have to connect to people that are close to what you do or people that do what you do. Let's say if you're connecting with a graphic designer, for example, and I have lots of loads on my hand, then the client reach out to me that he also needs a design. I can direct the client to you, or I can accept the work and send it to you. Yeah, that's the benefit of connecting with people. And lastly, I said you should do cold outreach. Cold DM is just like you saw someone online and you want to connect with the person for the first time. You know what to say,